Hello YouTube, Dr. Kemp, Hammond Doc here. In this video, I'm going to deal with a common issue that we deal with here in the shop, and that is troubleshooting. Now here is the scenario that I'm involved in at this point. I have an organ with a rebuilt or partially rebuilt AO28 preamplifier. The organ plays perfectly well. There's nothing wrong with the organ. But when I connect the Hammond organ to a particular Leslie speaker, then I get distortion. Now, I know right off the bat that it's not the organ that's causing the distortion. So then I reason that there has to be one of three things, or it could be a combination of things, but it's more than likely, in my mind, one of these three issues that I have to deal with. The first thought I have is that it could be the amplifier. That the amplifier that I'm using in the Leslie amplifier, requires some work. There's some problems with components in the amplifier. Maybe capacitors, maybe resistors, but there's something in the amplifier and in the undercarriage that probably needs to be replaced. If it's not the amplifier, it could be the upper driver. If it's not the upper driver, it could be the crossover. So these are the three components in the Leslie speaker system or Leslie tone cabinet that I would be interested in investigating in this type of scenario. So we're talking about troubleshooting. So let's go through the process that I go through to determine what the problem is in this Leslie system. Is it the Leslie amplifier? Generally, that's the problem. I get that more than anything else. Second would be the speaker. And then thirdly, a crossover. I rarely have to deal with a crossover going bad on me. And so that would be a rarity. But it does happen because these are old crossovers in the 1960s Leslies. And in this particular Leslie is a Leslie 47. So it's an even earlier model than the 147 Leslies. So let's take a look at what we're going to do. I'm going to be right over here. The Leslie I'm talking about is this Leslie here. And I said it's a Leslie 47, but it's actually it was a 51. This Leslie started out as a 51C, and it's of the same era as the 47s, but it has a 47 amplifier. So I put a Leslie 47 amplifier in there. The 51 is of the same family as the 251 series. The 51 would be a 1-speed, the 251 would be a 2-speed. And it's akin to the 147 family. And they're commonly, and they were used with the organs that have the internal speakers. So 51s, 47s, and 251s were used with those types of organs. Okay, and as well as, of course, 147s. So I got a 47 amplifier that we're connected, that we've connected to this Leslie. Let me, and to this organ. I'm going to play the organ first so that you can hear the distorted sound. I'll go ahead and turn the camera over this way. I'm thinking this the upper driver is clear, but there's distortion. So I'm thinking amplifier or possibly crossover, but we'll check. We're going to check the amplifier first. So, how can we check that amplifier? Here's what you do. Now, since I'm in the shop, it's easy to determine if it's the amplifier, because in the shop, all I have to do is pull the amplifier that's in there out and put an amplifier in there that I know is fully functional. And if the amplifier that I put in the cabinet sounds beautiful, then I know that I had an amplifier problem with that 47 amp. So let's try that. Okay. Now, another reason for the distortion could be tubes. Could have a bad tube. I've checked all these tubes. I'd be getting something to drink. I'll be right back. All right. Something's caught in my throat. All right. Let's see. We'll turn on. Some light in this area. Okay, so this is where we are. So as I was saying, when I was leaving, all of the tubes in this amplifier checked good, but that doesn't mean that one of them is not bad. So I would have to go back again and recheck the tubes. So I would do that as well as check the components of the amplifier. But first we're going to connect this new amplifier here to the system. Because our objective is to rule out the amplifier, and by ruling out the amplifier, we then are able to narrow down the problem to other components in the system. Okay. Now, I can go back to the organ. I can play again, see what happens. So I'm getting the same sound, so that tells me that it was not my amplifier. And I'm getting strong upper driver. But it is kind of fuzzy. So the next thing then I'm going to try is I'm going to we're going to look at the crossover and see if changing the crossover is going to make a difference. So why don't we come back in the next video and we'll do that, okay? So until the next video, this is Dr. Kim Hammond saying to you, peace out.